what I wanted to show was from a small supplier. I wanted to show the simplicity of proactive emails and be able to do things without knowing, you know, the sophisticated aspects of a portal. You're going to have large suppliers, more strategic suppliers. They're the ones that are going to be logging into the portal to do more, dealing with ASN and other areas of functionality. And so I wanted to touch on that. And so I'm going to come back to J.D. Edwards. This is a different supplier now. So this is supplier, it's large supplier 4319. And let's create the order. And I am going to do M001, say quantity 4. And let's just leave it at that. Now I'm going to execute the email. So the supplier supplier's name is Aaron. So Aaron is, let me close out on the browser. So this is Aaron now basically recognizing that they have 540. They could log in directly, but let's go through a different use case. This isn't a small supplier where they want to do the processes such as acknowledgement and invoice purely from an email. They want to log in. So now Aaron is logging in as Aaron McCarthy, who's a supplier. And once again, you know, just I want to emphasize that, you know, that web service basically embeds, you know, everything involved with going to the URL and logging in. So at this particular point, Aaron could log in, and they could see there is 5140. Now let's talk a little bit about this portal from the perspective of a larger supplier. So we have POs. On top of our grids, we have filtering. So the PO number we're showing, and by the way, this is, think of this as status buckets. So this is inquiry. This over here represents shipped POs. And so we're bringing that up by status code, right, Suman?
Yes.
Okay. And so once again, those are simple buckets you can go to, or if you wanted to filter specifically on 5140 or any combination of dates, and you can see what's going on there. I just filtered down to that new PO 5140. View, if I wanted to view the PO, and once again, these web pages, 100% soft coded. We work with you. What fields from the header, what fields from the line item details, even, and Suman, you can address this, even if they had data in F55, 56 tables, or even outside of J.D. Edwards, we can easily do joins and pull it in, right?
Yes.
But what you're seeing here is the supplier inquiring on this email, and if I was to go back and show the print button. So the print is some code that we have that we refer to as auto PDF create. So auto PDF create simply says, take a form inside of our easy process, our platform, create a form, populate it with header and line item details, and create a PDF. So this PDF was created on the fly. Now, I want to contrast this. We work with a lot of companies, and they have document management, Optio, create, bottom line create form, and it could be a BI publisher. So you might have TIFF files and PDFs. We can obviously associate with that, but a lot of people do like the fact that we can create these PDFs real time in an auto PDF create type process. And what I'm going to do at this point is go into the acknowledge bucket because that's what I want to do. I want to acknowledge it. I want to click on acknowledge. And so once again, if I wanted to split the lines, say for transportation purposes, or even split it and have two separate delivery dates, click to add comments. So this is a manual comment entered. I'm just going to show that and show how it's going into the media object. I can come up here. I can change the promise date, and that's going to kick off. It's either managed by exception. A lot of companies want their suppliers to change the POs, and Jeremy, like at Amway, they're reviewing PO ledger details, and so they're doing more of a managed by exception, where another company might want an approval process for something like changing the promise date, right?
Right, yeah, those would be the two ways.
Okay, very good. So if I was to do an acknowledge on here, I'm going to move the status codes, and you've seen that already. Now let's go to J.D. Edwards. And Katie, what was the PO number on that again?
5140.
5140. So if I was to go to 5140, excuse me, and go to the detailed revisions, so the media object here, this represents the comments. So throughout the process, we're auto-creating comments. This manual comment entered is in conjunction with the manual created comments. Jeremy just explained, like from the perspective of Amway, this having it in the media object is key to full audit control and once again, centralizing the information in one area, which is logical, the media object of the PO itself, right?
Right. Well, the Amway buyers and admin personnel have access to JDE as users and don't necessarily want to have to log into the portal to do their work. So it's critical that the data is stored in JDE so they have the ability to go in and see what's happened.